What is going on, guys? Justin here, back at it again with another Qlife video. Got our bag, got the key. The battery is already on the bike. I just took it off the charger. It is at a full charge. And what we're gonna do is put this thing to the test. We are going to put it in mode 3, PAS 3, and see how long we can get out of it until it's done. So when I took it off the charger, it was glowing green, and it shows that it also has a full charge on here. So I should have everything I need. Already got water in there, should be fine. Let me confirm one last time. Yes, you guys are on and at one. Turn this thing on. Go to our odometer. Mode 3. So that's what's weird. It says 97 miles. But I could have sworn we did 100. But it's fine. It might be because I forgot to I turned the battery off before I turned this off. That might be why it didn't ever calculate it. Let me when I went to from our last ride. 97 miles, it's fine. Maybe I didn't do 100. Maybe we did, I can't know. I'm not too worried about it. Double check our bag. Get all our tools and everything. So with the bag, mode 3, throttle and pedaling, we'll see what it does. Not pedaling the whole time this ride, but we'll definitely get a good idea of how many miles we can get out of it in mode 3 from a full charge of just normal riding around here. It's not late enough to whatchamacallit, take the golf course roads where the golf carts go. So we'll just ride around here for now. I'm sure we'll get 25 plus miles out of this. It's just, I guess, wait and see. Should also tell us our trip, which 0.4 miles. Oh, it's not bad. So it tells us our time. So yes, this is basically the same places I've always taken you guys. but this is a real good test that we haven't done yet. I haven't really ever rode it in mode 3 yet. And actually, in the user manual, the suggested speed is 16 miles per hour. So, we have a little bit of headwinds, so that also will impact our test. But I'm not too concerned about it. I just want, that actually kind of helps the realistic mileage that we'll be getting, if that makes sense. But they recommend and suggest 16 miles an hour is the recommended speed that they want you to be on this bike. So that's as fast as mode 3 gets you. So I guess they suggest or recommend you in mode 3, I'd like to assume. I'm not too sure. But this will give us a good test. Our tires are still pumped up to 58 PSI, both front and rear. I like to stay in cruise. Lost a little bit of speed doing that, but it's all good. I want to stay on cruise. I did bring my goggles this time, thankfully. Remembering to bring them. Sweet. I remember like the chrome wides though. I think they look silly still, but sweet. Forward, it's nice. Of course, I have to check the battery on my GoPro as well at some point. I have the new one on there, so another Amazon special. So like I said, we have a little bit of headwinds today, but that'll kind of give us a more realistic test for miles. It does take a little bit to charge this thing, but it's not too bad. And it did stay full the 2.2 mile trek we did at Whitney State Forest, and then as well as our little ride to the other place that blows, just like Leopold's Preserve. That place blows, man. I'm still bummed about not being able to ride it. Oh, it's whatever. It's whatever. That's like the number one downside to electric stuff is charging. If it's gas, you just fill it right up and good to go. Batteries, you gotta charge them for a little bit and they have a higher chance of failing, unlike a gas, like carburetor or fuel pump. But so far, I mean, so good. I mean, we've put 100 plus miles on this bike. Oh, 90, 99, but I've pedaled a little bit with it off, so I'd say 100 plus miles for sure, which isn't too terrible, honestly. It isn't too bad. This bike definitely could have been a lot worse because of the reviews that it's been given, but honestly, so far so good. I like it. I mean, the past 100 miles have gone smoothly, so We'll see how the next 100 do, and then the next 100, and the next 100. I should be able to get at least 10,000 miles without this battery failing. Not too sure. We'll see. I'd like to get that. But they sell the battery separately, so we can always, you know, if we need to, get an extra one or whatever. The LARPing continues. But, yeah, no. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. We'll just have to see. Time tells, you know. That's a little jump there. Manhole cover. Always used to gap this. It's always been like that. It's weird. It's interesting. Also, this Bell MX-10 full face helmet has been very comfortable, actually surprisingly comfortable. Of course it's certified, which is also why I got it. I got it at a Honda dealership, like a Honda Power Sports, and I really like it so far. It's very comfortable. So if anybody's looking for a safe, high quality, full face helmet and isn't afraid to spend a little bit of money for the safety, for the sake of your safety, for me it works. Obviously it's going to be different for everybody, but the Bell MX-10 full face helmet, this one I'm wearing here, amazing. Love it. Super comfortable. I know I'm, you know, gonna be somewhat protected if I was to hit my head. It would protect me a lot more than not wearing a helmet. So, you know, I know a lot of, especially full faces, but a lot of helmets in general are very, very uncomfortable. This one is surprisingly extremely comfortable, and I wouldn't have bought it if I was unsure, which is why I went to a dealer to try it on. It was nice. So let me try it on and everything. But it was, you know, I was sure that it was gonna feel good and be comfortable and not be uncomfortable. Long periods, worn for long periods of time. And I gotta say, I mean, I've, you know, worn this the whole time riding this thing, so 100 miles, but then I've also rode it with the mini bike a little bit. I've put a lot of hours on this helmet as well, and I gotta say, I'll be giving it a review, a full in-depth review very soon. But I could say that this helmet is definitely one that I would recommend to you guys when it comes down to comfortability. And honestly, I've always heard good things about Bell helmets, and I've also had a previous one growing up when I used to race BMX. Thankfully it never had to be like used in that way. Like the helmet never really took gnarly impacts like that. But I think you said nice helmet, so thank you, bud. But yeah, continuing about the helmet topic, They always have had good reviews, and a lot of people have said that they've saved their lives and all that. The Bell brand, it's really good, reputable brand, very popular, reasonably priced. It's a heavy price tag, but I mean, a quality helmet's gonna have a hefty price tag. I mean, you know, it's just how it's gonna be. If you want to keep your head protected, you're gonna spend a little bit of money, right? So, that being said, the Bell MX-10 here, recommend it. Nice. Slammed a little bit. There's cover everywhere. Just ride around the whole neighborhood. But I have to a couple of times because I want to see till this battery hits 1 bar. I don't want to do a deep discharge. I don't want to discharge it fully. So obviously we're not going to be like going to where it says no bars, because that's not good for the battery. But I want to see how far it gets me to when it says 1 bar. So, might be a couple hours in mode 3. We'll see. And honestly, that being said, I might pause you guys here, and then obviously in a couple miles from now or so, or whenever we get our first bar down or whatever, I'll get back with you guys. So let me continue this journey on mode 3, and I'll be back with updates. How you doing? Yeah, you want to say hi to the vlog? It's Goofy Skating Lifestyle. Goofy Skating Lifestyle. Huh? My channel's name? It's Goofy Skating Lifestyle. Yeah. Yeah, you might be able to, but I'm 23 years old, so I'm a lot older than you. Yeah, I got a YouTube channel, but I'm too old to be talking to you, bud. You know what I mean? So, you have a good day, okay? You ride safe. Alright. Yeah, he's still young, so he doesn't understand, but I'm 23 years old, so I get he's just curious, but because I'm 23, he's clearly very young. I'm just taking a break here. We're still at a full charge. Obviously, we're staying in mode 3. So I'm going to continue to take my little break and continue to give you guys little updates on the battery's charge. So, see you guys in the next update. So the kid with me kept asking me if he could check out my bike, and I told him that if he was to bring a parent, then yeah, sure. But I kept trying to tell him he's too young for me to be talking to. He doesn't understand. Like, it feels weird. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to find people my age. He needs to find people his age. You know? It's just something that the kid's gonna have to understand eventually. Like, yeah, I may be a good guy, and you know, obviously, but the kid's gotta understand that not everybody's me, and there's a lot of sketchy dudes out there. So hopefully that kid doesn't run into any problems, but the kid's gonna have to be told by his parents at some point and learn stranger danger. I guess their parents don't really teach them that, or he's out and about and is supposed to be. He looked really young. I mean, he looked young. I didn't ask how old he was because I didn't want to talk to the kid. But these kids gotta understand age. Like, you know, he's not my kid. I don't really want to talk to him. I don't have a kid. So, like I've said before, I would like one day when, you know, I meet the right woman, but you know, it's just not, it's not okay. You know what I mean? The kids gotta understand that I'm also an introvert, so, you know, yeah, I'll be friendly to that kid, but they gotta understand, they gotta leave me alone, you know. I'm not their parent, I'm not their guardian, I'm not their brother, so they've gotta understand that I'm 23 years old. There's an age barrier there, you know, there's an age gap there that's not really appropriate. Like, high and by, yeah, sure, but they've got to understand ages, you know. So yeah, I mean, especially people, that's the hard part, that's the tricky part there too, is a lot of older people, like I said, they gotta understand I'm 23. I'm gonna need to find some people in my 20s, same age, similar ages. You know, we gotta find similar ages. You know, so like I keep saying that over and over and over again. I can't stress that enough. So yeah, I'm gonna keep rusting. Like I said before, the kid kind of threw us off here, but it's okay. He's young. He doesn't understand, but eventually he'll need to understand. And I'll be back with some updates here soon. Alrighty, guys. 105 miles on the bike total, and we are down to one bar. We're down to one bar from this ride. Like I said, we started at the full charge. This trip, we've done 2 miles. So we've gotten 2 miles from the full charge on mode 3. Mostly pedaling. And we've already lost a bar. So we've got 4 bars left. Let's see how much further we get. Draining a lot faster than I expected, but the headwinds and being in mode 3 plays a huge factor in today's vlog. So, also going uphill. I've been going uphill a lot. So, those 3 things play a huge factor, I'd like to believe. I mean, it's not too windy, but it's windy enough to, you know. So, we'll see. Just use the throttle a little bit. Make sure my keys are still there. Sure, standing up also would impact it a little bit, I'm sure. So obviously just using the throttle would also drain it very fast. But we'll see what happens here. Use a bit of both in mode 3 so we continue our journey on trying to figure out how many miles we can get out of that mode. Specifically, I have not switched through any of the modes this whole video, this whole ride, because I paused you guys. So remained on mode 3. Yeah. I'll be back with another update for you guys here once another bar goes down. Look what I'm just witnessing. There's a full-grown woman and that tiny thing. That is diabolical. Hilarious. That is hilarious. I mean, clearly she's just taking her kid on a ride, but it is diabolical that she could manage to fit in that thing. What the hell? Holy crap, you guys. We're still on 4 bars. So, until 3 bars, well, actually, I was going to give you guys, or I was going to just update you guys, but we've got this, so I'm going to need to record. Checked out this Corvette. Oh, I respect the hustle, but I can't give you anything, guys. Hopefully, others will be able to support you on that. Whatever your goals are towards, hopefully you guys meet them. But yeah, no, I respect the hell out of those 2 hustling. That's good. So at least they're trying to make an honest buck, you know. Anyways, let's continue. The camber on all those wheels, bro. That poor little friggin' trike, bro. That poor little power wheel. It is weighed down, bro. It's gonna break that thing. Alright, so we are officially at 3 bars. Let's see what our trip says. 4.8 miles. And we've already gone 2 bars down. Our joyride continues. Mix of throttle and pedaling in mode 3. I'll give you guys another update once it goes down to 2 bars. Alright, we had to hit this in mode 3. We had to hit this. Alright, you guys, we're gonna hit this real quick, and now we'll just hit this one instead. Same thing, but a little bit of a better. Let's hit them both. all the way on my BMX. This is different. This thing is heavier and a little different. Alright, let's continue. Alrighty, you guys, we are down to 2 bars, but 111 miles total so far. 7.8 miles this trip. That's not too bad, honestly. That's not too bad. Oh, now it's showing 3 again. It was just 2, and now it's back at 3 bars. So I guess, oh, now it's back at 2 bars. All right, so now we're showing 2 bars. These people are turning right here. I'm backing up the driveway, you know what I mean? But now we're showing 2 bars. So I'm getting a little hungry. So now that we're showing 2 bars, we're just gonna make this big loop all the way around, and we'll come back around and go back down that way and make our way back home. And we'll see how many miles we did, and that'll kind of count as this test. I haven't had dinner yet, so. But really, to maximize it, we'll go around these little roundabouts here. I'm sure we could get at least 10-15 miles out of it in mode 3. Which honestly is not bad at all. This is not bad. Like, for a $279 bike, you can't beat it. I'm really impressed with it. We'll see how long this battery like lasts and longevity, like when it comes down to riding this thing for months on end the way I am now. And that'll give me like a full, like, how I feel about it. I've also, the full suspension version, this is the front suspension, hardtail. But the non-hardtail version, which is the full suspension version, which has the spring in the center, and obviously it's a swing arm in the rear. That one goes 28 miles an hour. And there is two people that have done some full in-depth reviews on them that I've seen so far on YouTube as well. And so far, they've said nothing but great things about theirs also. And the one that I watched was a full 8-month review. Like, he rode it every day for like 8 months or something like that, and put a lot of miles on it. I think like something like 350 miles or something. But he takes it to like the grocery store and back, kind of like how I would be doing too. Actually, probably doing the same thing. But he had the 28 mile an hour version, which is the full suspension, and he put, because I'm kind of considering it too. But instead of the one for the child carrier, they have like a trailer for bikes, and that way I could go scrapping with it. But he had the trailer on his and put like $300 worth of groceries in the back, and he said that he like towed his kid around or something like that, and he still managed to get the same amount, pretty much the same amount of mileage on it as it would like empty, maybe a little less, and it handled it really well. But he also had the 1,000 watt hub motor in the rear wheel. This one has 750 watts in the rear wheel. So I'd like to assume that this could do it. When I go scrapping, I could scrap with this. That's a high possibility. So yeah, no, dang, they got that done fast. Oh, it looks good too. But yeah, no, that was the full suspension one, and I watched it, like the whole video that this guy made, and like I said, it was nothing but good reviews. So hopefully I'll be able to get 8 months plus out of this one also before having to do anything major to it. I know I'll have to do upgrade on the calipers, discs, and pads, I believe these are a semi-metallic pad. I would like to consider like XC mountain bikes, like they do like for extreme downhill mountain bikes. Let's hop off to the side here. They have a I think like a resin metallic pad, so it's like made out of resin, so it doesn't last as long, but you could do that one in the front and then do a semi-metallic in the rear to maximize your performance, a balance of smooth and quiet and grabby brakes, but also for longevity you put the semi-metallic in the rear. I'm just not too certain yet. I haven't done my research on it fully, but that's what I'm thinking about doing for the brakes. Now, tires, I'm already certain I want Maxxis tires, but I'm hoping to get some miles out of these tires first. Because Maxxis tires, everyone knows Maxxis tires are not cheap. They are not cheap, guys. Oh, I was going to go that way, but we're just going to go this way. Again, screw it. But I guess it's because it's on lower power. I don't want to go. Hopefully that's all it is. It's not throwing codes or nothing. Let's just make our way back. I'd say this was a good overall test. I don't want to do a deep discharge. I don't want to run the battery too low. But we managed to get almost 10 miles out of it. That's not bad. I mean, it's only like we'll probably have like 9.7 miles on it once I get back. That's not bad. We'll see once I make it back. But it says 41 minutes of ride time. We've got 112 miles on the bike so far, which is great. That is great. So yeah. I know I said tomorrow in one of the other vlogs that I did today, I have something big and excited planned for this thing. Got a different trail that I would like to take it on, but that's weather permitting right now, and it might just be later this week. We'll see. Sometime this week, hopefully, for sure, as long as everything goes planned smoothly. We will see. Yeah. We'll run the numbers and everything. The dinner must be ready. Having tacos tonight. I love me some tacos. If you don't know me, I love my Mexican food, man. Love it. Love my Mexican food. Love it. Can't go wrong with some tacos tonight, man. I'm very cultured when it comes down to food. Ethiopian food's pretty good too. It's like a Bazaar Foods. Like, I think one of the Bazaar Foods on one of the food networks, Bazaar Foods with Andrew Zimmerman, he has done Ethiopian food on there, I believe. It's really weird. There's some really weird dishes, but they're really good if you like spicy or non-spicy, but it's really good. 9.9 miles, you guys, and I still got 2 bars. So pretty much 10 miles in mode 3 with a little bit of throttle and a little bit of pedaling is not bad, you guys. Can't go wrong with this bike. So far, so good. So until the next vlog, please be sure to stay tuned. Enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.